And you're listening to Blueshirt
Underground Show,
the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in and find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers.
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
can't BS a Ranger fan. Can't BS a Ranger fan. This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
It's obviously a very tight game, so just got to continue to get pucks and bodies to the net, and now that it'll all come out of the wash.
Chris, can you talk about the task now going back to Florida, down 3-2, but knowing that your squad has always played well on the road and it's always played well in these situations?
Win a game. Go down there, win one game. Play our best game and give ourselves a chance.
Another close game. I think we there's a 5-7 minute period in the third where I think they get going and they get some chances and we don't get out of our own zone and being able to play our fast hockey and kind of get on the forecheck. But I thought we had some chances to make it 2-1 before that happened, and they scored a 2-1 goal, and we're trying to chase a game-tying goal, and that wasn't the case today. But just regroup and get ready to go down there and win a game.
The third, what do you think of your team's play?
Good evening, Blueshirt Undergrounders. This is your Game 5 wrap-up show. Today is Friday. It is May the 31st, 2024. My name is Jim, and as always, I'm joined on the other side of the glass by the one and only Eddie Geik. Eddie, good evening. As the ticker says below us, the Rangers find themselves on the brink of extinction, my friend.
Yeah, it's come to this, as they say.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Well, I've been mulling it over. I really had a feeling the Rangers were going to play well last night. I don't think I mentioned that on the last recap, or maybe it snuck up on me, and I thought they came out really good. But again, it's the first period only with this team. They can't play a complete game. I don't even know if they played a complete game in this whole playoffs. I told Jim before the show, I'm going to do the show that I did to Jim. I may have to tip my cap to the Florida Panthers because they will not stop relenting with their forecheck. They're outworking us. They're winning the 50. And Jim stated it perfectly. They don't give the puck over. They don't turn the puck over. And they don't make mistakes. And the Rangers constantly make mistakes in their own zone.
Just constant mental errors, whether it's in the offensive zone or the defensive zone. And Florida makes them pay one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to, there are certainly some guys on the Rangers team that haven't shown up this series, and they have to be accountable for that. But I also have to tip my cap to this team. The opposing team. I mean, they are playing solid back there. I mean, with the Rangers, I can't go a game without seeing Keandre Miller turn the puck over or Jacob Trouba taking a penalty. They don't take a lot of stupid penalties, Florida. They're unlike the Carolina Hurricanes, who Svechnikov was taking stupid-ass penalties. D'Angelo's doing his hijinks. They're taking, they were taking very unwarranted, dumb penalties. For the most part, the Panthers don't take dumb penalties. And the Rangers really don't get the power plays all that much. Although I think the power plays look better no matter what they keep throwing that stat at. I think the power play's been moving the puck the last 2 games much better. But, sometimes teams are better. I don't know. Do I think the Rangers have a chance? I don't like the responses I'm getting from the Lovebirds. They got to be pissed off. Stop with these answers like you were coached in some kind of etiquette school how to answer these things. Show some emotion. I'm sick and tired of that.
Impending doom.
It's we just got to win the next game. Yeah, I know, Chris. And, I'm happy for your shorthanded goal last night. Why they can score shorthanded but can't score 5-on-5, I have no idea.
Right.
I can't even, there's no rhyme or reason. Even Christina asked me, my wife, why can they score when they're shorthanded, but they can't score even strength? I go, I don't know. I just don't know.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mystery. And listen, it doesn't bode well. It doesn't bode well. So if you guys are a little bit down about going into the Game 6 situation, I hear you. I'm not going to deny your feelings. It's not an excuse not to watch the game, which I've already seen several of our gold members of the might not. Only one gold member. But it's going to be what it's going to be. A lot of people, I unplugged. I did not hear anything. I'm sure there's people like, they'll win tomorrow, but then they'll lose at the Garden to break our hearts more. That whole tease scenario. You're up there?
Well, I said that last year against the Devils, remember?
Yeah.
I said they would I was absolutely 100% convinced they would win Game 6 and lose Game 7. Hey, Todd
McGee.
So I see a lot of people talking about how they're sick of the 94 comparisons. I'm going to give you one anyway. And I know I've told this story before. Eastern Conference Finals 1994, Rangers lose Game 5 badly at home. And then Game 6 is on the road at the Meadowlands. And this was 1994. So this is before streaming and updates on your phone and anything like that. And I had to work. So I missed the game. So I was getting phone calls all night. And then when I was done working, my car wouldn't start. So I had to sit in the parking lot and listen to the end of the game on the radio because nobody was leaving the house to come get me at the Ocean County Mall sitting in the parking lot. So I did not watch Game 6 until years later when the games were released on, probably not until they came out on DVD did I actually see all of that game from beginning to end. So there you go. 1994, I missed Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And tomorrow night, I'm going to miss Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Take that as you will.
Okay. Well, we
will not be watching.
Well, you deserve a day off. We all.
That's not even that.
But we all deserve a day. It's very mentally taxing to watch these games. They're all close. They're all like, do the Rangers deserve to win? Not really, but they could. That's how I feel. And it's like, they're all nail biters, and basically because Igor's played very well. I don't know. I feel, but they've gotten timely goal scoring. The other team. So the Cats, as they like to call them on the broadcast, which annoys the shit out of me. I might have to tip my cap. I don't like to tip my cap. I rather find fault with our team. I mean, there are certain guys that look lost. Panarin looks completely lost. The bread has mold.
Thought he showed a few flashes last night, but
yeah, he did look better. But hey,
enough.
fucking game 5.
Right.
You know?
Nice of you to be here.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
They out-hit the Panthers last night. They had the majority on face-offs. They had the majority of block shots. The key stat, I think, last night was 12 giveaways. Florida gave the puck. Florida was credited with 1 giveaway. One. That's insane. Rangers had 12 giveaways.
Yeah.
Florida had 1.
No, I hear you, man.
So, I mean, the Rangers, up until with the exception of the giveaways, the stats are close. I mean, yeah, Florida outshot them. The Rangers had the late flurry. Of course, they scored the late goal with 48 seconds to go because you cannot have true despair without hope. 3-1, you've got no hope. 3-2, you've got just enough hope to keep you in the game. And then 48 seconds, the last 10 seconds, they couldn't even get the puck away from Florida out of that off the boards.
Right.
So, but yeah, we have concert tickets for tomorrow night. These tickets were purchased in October. This is Jen's Christmas present. And we're making a trip of it. And I'm not going to let them spoil the night. So we'll be checking scores, and that's it. I'm not going to have the game playing or anything like that, even though I could very easily do that. I'm not going to do that. So,
yeah, I mean,
no shoes, no shirt, no problem for us tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Wins, no shoes, no shirt, no wins, no cups, no problem.
Yeah. I'm already trying to do like this shows you where I am mentally with this team. That I'm already trying to kind of like come to terms with this. But there's still part of me that says, can't just the light switch just turn on? And it's tough to. These are the things I'm thinking about. It's tough to beat the Rangers 3 in a row. It's tough. They don't lose 3 games in a row. Now, not very often. These are the things I'm hanging on to. I'm also hanging on to your theory, where it'll be like a Tampa Bay series, where we win like 6-2 in Florida and come back and then get shut out at home.
Right.
The worst. What was it? What was that? The bracket of misery. The bracket of misery.
Bracket of misery champion.
Right. I mean, but who could foretell that? I mean, they could lose 5-1 tomorrow. But Bobrovsky is not a bum. He's a good goalie. Is he better than Chesty? No, I don't think so. But he doesn't face the quality of shots. And when he does face the shots, he's there. You can't really blame the game on the refs last game. I mean,
no.
The Rangers don't generate. I thought they looked pretty good last night, but pretty good ain't going to cut it.
But those mental errors are always are still popping up. From a standpoint of getting the puck out of their zone and spending a little time in the offensive zone, I thought they did okay. And from a physical standpoint, I thought they did fine, but the mental errors just continue to just hamstring them, whether it's a bad pass. I mean, Florida, they insist. I can't believe nobody has come up with something better. They insist on these point-to-point passes at the blue line, and Florida's eating them alive. I mean, how many chances does Florida get off that stupid pass that everybody knows is coming? Whether it's Fox going to Lindgren on the other side or Keandre Miller going to Schneider on the other side. I don't know. Florida's ready for it every time. They're just so fast. And, you ask if there's a switch to be flipped. Well, we've seen teams flip switches on the Rangers when we thought we were in control. I don't know. I know they can win, but It's a question of will they. Part of me
Yeah.
says, well, they should have been, games 5 and 6 maybe shouldn't have even been necessary the way they've played most of this series.
And it's really been a funk going back to the Carolina series, too. I mean, last night's game was a little bit of an exception because it wasn't a total domination, but games 1 and 4 were exact replicas to me. Well, 1 was really boring. 4 was just we got dominated. But you're right. I think that's where it really lies in is the unforced turnovers and the bad passing. This lackadaisical passing. They make passes like it's preseason hockey. And a lot of these guys, skill players, they don't have enough decision time to make the right play. Now that the game is sped up and that's to Florida's credit because they are so diligent in getting on you in a millisecond, that guys like Panarin, when they're forced to make a really, really quick decision, often make a bad decision. These defensemen like Keandre Miller, when he's pressed, he tends to make a bad decision.
And, the other thing is Florida is getting in the Rangers zone unimpeded.
They backed up so bad on one of those goals last night.
And, the Rangers are struggling around in their defensive zone, scrambling to get the puck. They get the puck, and they can only clear it as far as center ice. And the Panthers are getting to the puck before the Rangers do, and the Panthers are just coming right back in the zone. It's just happened. And that, to me, that sucks the life out of everybody, the game, the team, me, the crowd, everything. When it's just constant, they can't get anything going. They can't get past the blue line. That is just, you just sit there and you're just like this watching the game. You're not like, you're just like, when is this going to end? Can we survive the period? And
yeah.
And you just hope that somehow they're going to come out in the next period and restart. I gotta call the coach out a little bit too.
Okay.
And I don't know. I have the video from the coach. He actually comes on right after we heard Kreider. The coach is next. Did anybody ask him, why did you even bother dressing Matt Rempe last night?
I was going to say
2 minutes and 43 seconds of ice time in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I trust this coach 99.9% of the time. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And you'd have a hard time explaining it to me where it would make sense. I don't understand.
I did not get that at all.
Why you put a uniform on a guy if you're only going to play him for 2 minutes?
This is
if
like Stu Bickle.
If you don't trust him, don't play him.
It's like Stu Bickle with Tortorella.
Right.
He played like a minute.
In
overtime, he wasn't even playing him. Yeah, that made no sense.
Is there no one else on the roster that you can trust between, the guys that have been here and have been sitting and all these guys they called up from Hartford that we joked about the other night? Is there nobody you can trust to give 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, anything to just maybe take a little pressure off the top two lines? Just anything so that they're not constantly being cycled out there against this, against Barkov, who seems like he's on the ice 55 minutes a game. Him and Verhaeghe. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand.
It's that, but Barkov's a fucking horse. He, you got to give credit to their guys too. For blocking up some of these guys, some of these Rangers. But you're right. Let me ask you this and ask the people at home, playing at home. Do you think the Rempe magic is over for this season?
No, but he's just, you can't say he hasn't been effective in the minutes, the low amount of minutes that he's gotten. He's an effective player on the ice, and he's done his job. But I just don't get. I don't get why. I think 2 games in this series, I have to go back and look at the ice time. 2 games, I think in this series, he's got less than 5 minutes of ice time. And one of them was an overtime game. I don't get it. I don't get that. Why, why dress the guy? Why bother? Play 11 forwards and put a 7th defenseman in there. Gustafsson is giving the puck away like he's Crazy Eddie. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. That's to me, that's maybe the most questionable thing I've seen him do since he became Rangers coach.
Well,
I just don't understand why you dress a guy and you don't play him.
Right. No, I hear you. I think that's a valid point. Nobody asked them that, though, in the presser?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh.
I was waiting for you so we can watch it together and enjoy.
Oh, yeah. I love those post-loss press conferences.
Oh, yeah.
And Ryan brings up a good thing. I feel like the Rangers are losing the game with the defense. I mean, as much as I bagged on Kulikov and Oliver Ekman-Larsson being, they belong in some museum, and that Gustav Forsling has really shown up. Aaron Ekblad wound up, I think, getting his first goal or first point the other night. But their defensemen have been, and Mikkola, and I forget who the other guy is, they've been playing at a pretty good they're playing pretty well. Oh, Montour, or whatever that guy's name is. Montour. Those guys have played really well. And the Rangers defense, I feel like it's interchangeable chuckleheads and it basically is with the second and third pairing. And the first pairing, Fox didn't look so good last night. You don't look so good. Lindgren has been their best defenseman, in my opinion, in the series.
Yeah,
by far.
The steadiest. Yep.
Maybe inject some Zach Jones in there. You got to mix it up. Something's got to change. He can't be any worse in giving the puck away than some of the guys back there.
Right. I mean, Chad Ruedel, isn't that what they brought him in for? He's got playoff experience. He could throw him in a game. Well, we're up against it now. Might as well. What do you got to lose?
That's true. You really don't have anything to lose. Where have you got Chad Ruedel? That's true. Yeah, I know he's playing hurt, but again, if you're ineffective, why are you playing?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's another thing you got to say. Even Fox at 50%, maybe against the regular team, but the way they're playing us, I'm not giving up, but it's going to be a hard task. Again, unless something goes really wrong for the Panthers. I don't know. I think Gustafson's been like he always is. He's up and he's down. He's like the stock market. You don't know what's going on with him. And he's probably not going to be with the team next year. I don't know. I'm not even going to go about that. The Rangers, and also, you got to call out the guys. You got to call out Panarin and Zibanejad. They haven't. Whereas a guy like Lafreniere has shown up, young kid. That's the biggest positive. It's going to come out of his playoffs if the Rangers lose.
Right.
Is the maturation and the next level pressure. A guy who played. Now, Kreider has done his job. I mean, I'm not going to get on him that he's, he hasn't played all that well in this series. But his buddy Zibanejad is going to be questioned. All the guys who are making, as they call the fat cats, if the Rangers wind up losing this series, are going to be called into question, and justifiably so. Because and there are a lot of guys on the Panthers they neglect to mention that are also struggling. I mean, Matt Tkachuk, to me, has not been the Matt Tkachuk, the scary Matt Tkachuk I was promised coming into the series.
We're not certainly not the impact he had last year.
Yeah. I mean, all I hear is how heavy they play. Right. I think the Rangers have matched them in the heaviness.
Yeah.
I think they play smarter. They play quicker. They've been, they're well coached.
They are.
And they have a lot of veterans on the team. They don't have it a lot. And I'm making excuses, but the Rangers got a lot of young guys. But the Rangers have young guys who have some playoff experience too. Right. So I'm not giving them a pass. We got some young defensemen back there, but and even Fox, who's only 26 years old, is not a veteran. but still, they have enough playoff experience. They shouldn't be giving the puck away left and right.
Right.
It's been a mess back there. I find that more frustrating than anything.
Yeah. Do you want to watch what the coach has to say, and then we'll wrap this up?
Yeah. Sounds
All right.
good.
All right.
Play and your thoughts on it?
I mean, it was a tight game. I mean, the chances were probably pretty much even.
Got outshot by 10.
They scored one on the rush in the third. So, I mean,
You backed it in.
It was tight out there. I thought we started the game good in the first period. The second, I thought we played pretty good in the second. And gave up a goal. We tied it up 1-1. And goes to the third
You had
period.
4 goals in the second. That's pretty good.
They got one. It was I thought they pushed in the third period. They got a couple. They got some chances off the rush. They got a couple chances off of our turnovers, and they were able to capitalize on one of them.
Stay on the left.
Peter, it did feel like for a lot of the game, you guys were generating more. You were not maybe playing as much defense as we saw in stretches in Florida. I mean, does that add to the frustration where maybe you felt like you played better and don't get the result?
Well, to me, it resembled the first 2 games here. It's a game that's going back and forth. That's the way the first 2 games went. What we needed to do was try and eliminate some of that time that we were spending in the defensive zone. I thought we were able to do that tonight. We were able to get out. There was only a couple shifts through the course of the game where they did that. Like I said, they caught us off the rush a couple times, and then they caught us a couple times off of our breakouts where they got a couple guys in behind us, and those were some of the big chances. Those were the goals and some of the big chances that they got.
Right side, Dan.
Peter, is that a zoot suit he's wearing? I don't know. I can't remember the last time I saw pinstripes that wide.
On the cherry popping daddies.
Right.
Zoot riot.
Those are some wide stripes, like far apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Momentum off of the shorthanded goal. You have a power play, and it could have been a 5-on-3. Gustafson comes in, and it takes that roughing. Is that a penalty you're okay with because he's protecting the goalie, or is there a line that he just can't go over there on that play?
It's at that point in the game, you probably want the 5-on-3. It's understandable. There's a reaction out there. Your players are in scrums. It's been a physical series the whole time, and so somebody jumps in there and defending a goalie, and you admire that. But it's also playoff hockey too, so we got to keep things under control. But I think that players stick up for each other. That's what they do on the ice.
Right.
Questions for Coach?
Yeah, Peter, I know the goals came shorthanded and 6-on-5, but can any of that for Meek and Chris kind of translate over into 5-on-5 play for Game 6?
I thought they both played hard tonight. They certainly came out with the right intentions, and we generated a lot more. And I thought Chris was really noticeable. I thought Mika was moving to get things to Chris and make plays to him. So there was some positive things there, yeah.
Up front.
Peter, all season long, you guys have been able to find that extra goal, even in games where you didn't particularly think you played well. You've been able to find it, but these last 2 you haven't been. I wonder if you could just put your finger on the reason why.
Well, we knew that it was going to be tight defensively coming in here. I mean, their series, the way
Nobody shoots the puck.
Regular season and the way that they played the playoffs up until this point led us believe that it wasn't going to be wide open and we were going to have 40 chances a night. So we need to capitalize on some of the ones that we did generate, and we weren't able to do that tonight. It was, like I said, it was tight. The game was tight. I thought we had looks. I thought we had chances. They didn't go in. It came down to 1 goal. So it's a 2-1 game.
Left side, second row.
Peter, it looked like you relied on Miller and Schneider for some of the heavy lifting with the D pair. So wondering what you thought of them and why this felt like the right time for you to go back to that pair.
We were just taking a lot of heat down in Florida. For me, it was just a time to switch. The pairs had been together in the past. I thought they played well tonight. I thought they did a good job against that line. So that was a real positive, I thought, coming out of it. We didn't spend nearly as much time defensively. We didn't give up, as many opportunities at the net.
Not good enough.
It's game 5. We're not looking for moral victories. We're not
Yeah,
looking.
I mean, same here.
We're down. We're on the brink of extinction here. We're not looking for moral victories.
This is excuse making. I don't like this.
You know, I
good
thought
luck.
they did a good job.
Good.
Last question, right side up front.
Peter, the go-ahead goal, it looks like Alex is going to dump the puck in deep, stick breaks, and everything seems to change there. Is that just bad luck?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it countered again. I don't think it happened right off of that one. It countered back again, and so that was just part of the game. The stick broke, whatever. That didn't immediately cause the rush coming back the other way, and you know, again, we're on the attack and we're trying to find that next goal for us. Not able to get it. They catch a quick 3-on-2 the other way and able to score off it.
Thanks,
Thank
Coach.
Yeah, volume. I mean, like you said, it's good goaltending we're getting.
Nobody asked him about Rempe. Would have been my first question.
Well, you're a crack interviewer.
Am I?
Yes, you would have asked. That's what you found. You looked at the stats. You said, "What?"
Ted Baxter would have asked him that question.
Let me say.
Hello, Lou.
A Zoot Suit Lavy there, giving me too much fucking.
Here comes your next song.
Zoot Suit Lavy. We got knocked out of the conference again.
Zoot Suit Lavy.
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 Uh-oh. Danielle's coming in salty. She's coming hot. Well, I don't know. I mean, a lot of frustration with Ranger fans. I totally understand it. I get it. You know, there wasn't much. Again, the Panthers don't give the puck away. They one giveaway in the whole entire game.
It's insane. That's crazy. I mean, they don't make mistakes.
They really are. They really have been. I didn't even get up for that second goal choke on a puck. Well, you know, it isn't over yet. Willie Nelson, maybe in a couple days, maybe on Monday.
He's out in the yard peeking through the woods, but I won't let him in yet.
Yeah, Willie just celebrated his 90th birthday. He had a special on TV.
93, isn't he?
I don't know. My father said 90th.
I think he's 93. My son's going to see him in concert.
Well, his son plays with him. He's very talented.
Willie is 91.
91.
He's playing with Dylan and somebody else playing in Jersey.
Wow.
Somewhere. Yeah.
All right. Danielle's saying, let's put her with her comment. She was there. This isn't about the Panthers. Well, we can't complete a pass. Oh, I don't know when the Panthers are around. Like, oh yeah, Zibby has looked a little bit lame. You know, with the passing, the weak passing.
Right.
I really do think it's about the Panthers and you know, they're both can be true, which is my new favorite saying. Both can be true. We've got some shrinking violets on the Rangers, have shrunk basically into limp wrists or limp flowers. And we've got a Panther team that does their defense doesn't cough off the puck. That weak pressure. I mean, you've got the, you know, I don't know, the Rangers team on the penalty kill. They're all lining up at the blue line. Ray Ferraro was giving them the flowers. This is how you kill a penalty. Baba boo boo. And then I'm watching even strength. The Rangers are backing it up like it's the Brinks truck back to the bank. You know, everybody's backing up.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, there's going to be, you know, the high priced guys are going to feel it because if the Rangers lose it,
there's going to be a lot of questions.
And
if
I may have to go to talk to Costa. He knows who's a free agent, what the contract. He's probably going to be making deals. Well, what did he say? He's not watching the first tomorrow night.
But if the verdict comes in early, like we talked about the other night, we're still in deliberation. If the verdict comes in early, though, there'll be a lot of questions. A lot of
And
questions about the makeup of this roster.
Well, yeah, and I agree with you. I agree with you. Kim, who is probably the most positive out of all of us, it's you got to dare to win. You got to take chances and try to win. And I see too many guys who, for the lack of another word, are just flaccid out there. They are flaccid, and I don't know. Oh, come on, Jim. Ye of little faith.
You said flaccid.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. That's all I got.
Yeah, Jim is he can't be consoled right at this moment. He's not in a good place, and neither really am. As a matter of fact, I'm changing into I'll be a Quebec Nordique fan.
Oh, nice shirt.
Thank you, Sam.
Well, the family's gathering around the bedside at this point. I mean, the Rangers. I mean, they're there's rumors they're going into hospice. So
oh no, maybe they'll be like Jimmy Carter. He'll go in and then come out, and
maybe,
maybe, or he'll be like Roslyn and just go in there. That'll be it. She'll
right.
So we'll see what happens. They
They
are flat at the Rangers.
Before we say goodnight, plug Box Fest.
Yes, Box Fest tomorrow. It starts at noon at Bethpage State Park. 7 bands. My band is headlining, obviously. The fest is named after us. Bring your beer, alcohol, your coolers, your burgers. There's barbecues. Bring charcoal. They have all the amenities there for a beautiful day.
Only $8 to get in?
$8 a carload.
How many? What? 8 bands?
7 bands.
7 bands.
I'll be there.
You'll be out there all day tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta be there like 9 o'clock.
Coordinating.
Yes, it's
you're gonna be like me at a viewing party tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Running around.
I gotta run around and actually lift stuff. This is gonna be really tough. It's true. We're not out yet. It ain't official. The fat lady has not sung yet.
Not yet. So, yeah, go out to where Bethpage Park.
Bethpage State Park, where they have the big golf tournament out there.
There you go. So go out there tomorrow if you're not doing anything. See Eddie.
Jim is celebrating his birthday with his birthday present tomorrow.
No, Christmas present. Jen's
Christmas
present.
Oh, okay,
yes. So
he's going to see Kenny Chesney and who
else? Zach Brown, Kenny Chesney, Uncle Cracker.
Oh, he's all right. I like one of his songs.
And
I do. I like one of his songs.
I like one of his songs. And Megan Maroney.
What a Maroney.
Right.
They can do it, but they got to flip a switch, Danielle. And I don't know where that switch is located at.
Like Star Trek, there was always a switch to be flipped or a a
crystal
nozzle to be turned. Right.
Like a certain crystal, or Scotty would have to go into that little viaduct there and fix
one of the Jeffries tubes, and he'd figure
Jeffries
it out.
tubes, yeah. Speaking of which, you know how I go to a lot of these events where they have celebrities and wrestlers?
Yes.
William Shatner is going to be here.
Wow. When?
I thought of you immediately. I said, if there's a Bill Shatner. Chris, when's that a big event? Christina, big event. What day? She doesn't know offhand.
Is it a Comic-Con or?
There's just people there, celebrities, wrestlers signing things. It's not like a convention. Wow. It's a lot of open. I don't know how many people will get.
Coming in from the chat room, November 9th, Suffolk Arena.
Yes.
November I'm going to have to look into this. I'm going to have to see how much it is to get my picture taken.
I would guess.
With one of the biggest, one of my favorite actors, and maybe one of the biggest jackasses on the planet.
November 9th. My wife has said it. It's been corroborated by Matt Morello.
Saturday.
I'm going to say for him to get an autographed picture. You want pictures just with you and him?
I would just want a picture with William Shatner.
I'm saying it's 75.
Oh, I'll bet it's twice that.
No, a signed thing will be like 125, 150.
Well, John Riggs says he's met Willie Schatz twice. and he's a lot nicer than his reputation suggests.
Matt's saying $120 for a photo? That's already up? Wow, he was right.
120 to take a photo with him or to buy one of the photos that he's
It's
shucking
probably
on the table.
website.
All
You
right.
probably have to reserve for him. He just
I
looked
just want
on
my
a-
own picture with him. I want my picture with my arm around Denny Crane.
I mean, I was gonna say you loved him in Star Trek. You loved him in Boston Legal.
Oh, I love Boston Legal. I love that show. Love it. One of my favorites.
Shatner is not cheap.
He's not cheap. Denny
I
Crane.
actually went to a restaurant when I was in California.
$120 to take a photo with him. I think I would
I mean,
spend that.
I think you
would
would
spend
because you could have that framed.
Right.
This is something.
I mean,
you'll
that's
get to chat with him for a couple seconds.
that would go right up here next to the picture with Wellington Mara. I mean, he's that level.
Oh, that's kind of level.
Right up there. You can't really see it, but it's up there. Oh yeah, that would be a prized possession.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't go for. I would not. $210 for the combo. Nah, I'd spend $200. I would not spend. I like William Shatner, great in Star Trek, but I'm not paying $120. But Jim, I could see because he's been extolling the virtues and the talents of William Shatner ever since I've known him.
Right. See,
I wonder what the line will be.
Even over there in where Kim is, they have Boston Legal. Boston Legal was a fantastic show.
I think Christina watched it. I did not watch that show.
I loved it.
To me, he was always Captain Kirk.
It was funny, and it was the storylines were good. It was funny, and it was touching, and him and James Spader were just amazing together. They had great chemistry.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it. Is it on any of the channels now?
Might be on Hulu.
On Hulu?
Might be on the Hulu there.
Jonathan Riggs liked him as the price.
Let's not forget he was Buck Murdoch.
Who's Buck Murdoch?
Airplane 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. Shatner's coming to town.
Wow. That's turned my whole mood around on this thing now.
See. Oh, Rescue 911. That's right. He did that too.
In my travel.
Rescue 911. All right. That's all I got.
Yes. All right.
wrap
Well,
this
come on, guys. Keep the faith. Let's try to hang in there. Maybe they'll surprise us.
Here's hoping.
Let's
All
hope.
right. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Let's go, Rangers. We love you guys.
We love you,
And,
too. I love you.
We'll see what happens for the next show. When and where.
Oh, by the
We'll
way,
see.
in Santa Barbara, I went to his favorite restaurant. I was there, and some guy said, William Shatner comes in there all the time.
He raised Arabian stallions, too. or
Yeah,
something, didn't he,
big
Patty,
horse
too?
guy.
Right.
All right.
All right. Enjoy your weekend as best you can. We love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Let's go
Thank you
Rangers.
for your support. And Eddie, always a pleasure. Let's go Rangers.
Have a good weekend, folks.
Good night, everybody.